Hello, America. I am Boston Tommy, and you are inside the box. And today, it's Hump Day! All right. Department of Justice moves to remove protections for Twitter and Google. Yeah. Antifa protesters shot down here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hi, Patsy Williams. Hi, Shockey Morgan. Hi, Jenna Jenkins. Everybody's tuning in. Good to see you. Welcome to Hump Day. The NFL caves in, and now college football under attack for political shaming. What else we got here? Chaz, the Republic of Chaz, CHOP. I don't know. What do they call it now? Does anybody know what they're calling it these days? CHOP. I have no idea what it means. Cameron Vassell, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Handing out guns over there now, I guess. And on top of that, they're shaking down the residents. Apparently, they're going door to door now and demanding supplies, food, money, whatever. And if you don't cough it up, just destroy your house. Yep, that's the way they roll over there. That cop that killed the black man in Atlanta. Hi, Shockey. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got your workout done today. He's being charged with actually capital murder, is what I heard, which means he could get the death penalty. So that's not good. I thought that was a clean shoot if there's such a thing. I don't know what to tell you, but I wouldn't call it a murder. That's ridiculous. It's out of control. They've abandoned the police. And, of course, social distancing is back if you're at a Trump rally. All right, let's get started. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anybody see this protester that got shot in Albuquerque? I guess they had some militia out there. Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's the biggest city in New Mexico. And they had some local militia come out to protect the statue of a conquistador, maybe, or Spanish. I want to say a conquistador, but anyways, just somebody that, the general public was okay with, didn't think it was racist at all. Hi, Michelle Earl up there in Garden Valley. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And these punks was trying to start some shit. And hi, Christy. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Christy, always watching. And I guess they chased this guy down. I watched the video of it, okay? They catch up to him. They start beating on him. They're kicking him, beating him down in the street. There's like 3 or 4 of them on. You can hear him say on the video, "We're going to kill this motherfucker." And finally he jumps up, pulls out a gun, and pop, 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 pop. Pops a couple caps in one of them. Hi, Sarah Brooks. Thanks for tuning in. Shoots him. Okay? Of course, the other ones run, cussing. What do you think was going to happen? Big Al, what's up, bro? You coming back? It's good to see you. How's everything going? Chime in. Let us know how you're doing. I miss you. I miss our days together on the show, bro. I'm assuming work's going okay, right? Anyways, again, this guy was fighting for his life. I mean, these guys chased him down. He tried to run away. They were beating him up. They were threatening to kill him. And finally, he couldn't take it after they hit him in the head with a skateboard's what it was. And then he pulled out his weapon and he shot one of them. And, they're acting surprised. I mean, what the I'm telling you, this is the participation trophy generation. There's no consequences for what they do. Mommy and daddy didn't discipline them or teach them how to respect others or let them realize that you don't always win. You don't always get your way. And when you don't, you can't just do what you want. There's price to pay. We all got things we want to do we can't do. You can't infringe upon another person's rights just to exert your own satisfaction and make yourself feel good. It's more than, that's not even un-American. That's just inhuman. It's just not right. I don't know where they come up with these crazy thinking right there. Anyways, I guess the guy turned himself in. They're going to charge him. I don't know if they're going to fucking charge him with, what are they going to charge him with? Self-defense? Because it looks pretty clean, cut, and dry to me. All right, what else we got? Now, of course, let's talk about Chaz, CHOP, whatever they want to call it up there. I saw some really disturbing videos. I put them on my feed. I don't know if any of you guys saw them, but I guess they talked to one of the leaders there, some chick named Jaden something or another. She just said, look, until our demands are met, we're going to be here causing disruption every day. You don't seem to understand. She says, not a threat. She says, I'm just telling you what's going to happen next. At all costs, whatever that means. I don't know what the hell they think they're going to... Do these people, are they, for real? You think your little punk ass is going to compete with United States military forces? Even the National Guard will squash you like bugs. I just think it needs to be done. It's time. They're beating people up. They accosted a news crew. They left the cameras rolling so you can watch the whole thing. These are idiots. It's insane what they're doing over there. Now they're passing out guns, weapons to people. They're going door to door, searching the local residents and wanting supplies and money and food. And if you don't give it up, they take you out. You thought our cops were bad? Shit. No, man, our cops have to observe your rights most of the time. We're trying to work on the reform on that right now. What else we got here? Okay. They're charging that cop in the Atlanta shooting. Now, you guys, obviously, everybody's seen that video too. The guy was drunk, of course. But he did beat 2 cops down, steal a weapon, run with it, and then turn around and fire at him too. Didn't just keep fleeing. He actually tried to shoot one of them in the face with that taser, and so they shot him. I don't know, like, you really want to call anything a good shooting, and you can't really feel like, well, why didn't they just let him go and come get him later? Well, what's the difference? If the guy resisted arrest the first time, he's going to resist arrest the second time. Sooner or later, you have to use force to make them comply. It's going to hurt one way or the other. If the taser doesn't work, he gets a weapon on you and tries to shoot you, then it escalates to a shootout. I don't know what to tell you. Either that or you let him go. So if you want crime running rampant in the streets, I guess you could go along with that game plan. That's ridiculousness until it's you. I'm going to give you an example of this, okay? Let's see. What's her name? Cheryl Selby. She is the mayor, the Democrat mayor of a town called Olympia, Washington. Shay Lee, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Good to see you. Olympia, Washington. Okay, now, in the beginning, she was kneeling with the BLM. She's, with the protesters, peaceful demonstrations, in 100%, want to defund the police and everything, right? And then they came to her neighborhood and destroyed her fucking house. And now she says, they're like domestic terrorists, she says. It's not fair what's going on. Yeah, because it didn't bother her when they were fucking other people over and stealing other people's shit and burning other people's property and defacing other people's property until it hit her fucking assets. Now she's a believer. It's like all them rich motherfuckers in Hollywood. They go up there and start terrorizing their shitholes up there, man. They turn their fucking mansions into dumps and ransack them. You watch those pricks change their tune. Like that. This is how most of these people who think on this side of the fence are. They're so selfish. They could care less about what you think or what's happening to you until it happens to them. Hey, bro, good to see you, Shay. You see what I'm saying? That's not proper thinking. It's not right. Narcissistic. Nihilism even. It's insane. But this is how it works. That's why sometimes I say, hey, you like them to go in there and take over that little territory in Seattle just so you can watch them get squashed like a bug. Violently. Watch how they change their fucking tune. Sometimes you can only teach people the hard. This is the sad part is these people should have been taught these lessons when they were children. Somebody has failed. Democrats in particular. Especially the leadership over there. Come on. Cowards, every last one of them. Fucking cowards. Oh my God. We do have another little COVID update. We could talk about that here for just a minute. Walmart has announced, okay, no more human cashiers. This is a big one, really, kinda. Self-checkouts only. They'll have some staff on hand. You know how you always have a person there in case you can't check yourself out? So here we go. We're going into a whole new age here with robotic shopping. You need no cashiers. That's kind of sad. First of all, those people need them jobs. Hey, Cyrus Shelton, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see, Shay Lee. So narrow-minded, they can look through a keyhole with both eyes at the same time. Yeah, you talking about the Democratic leadership? Absolutely, bro. But hey, Those are the woke people, man. Their minds are actually expanded. They have the rise. They know better than you. They just have to shame you into doing what they want. You have to be woke by fear. Because they don't have any good arguments to make you woke. What they're pulling right now is a bunch of crap. Hola! So narrow-minded, they can look through a keyhole with both eyes at the same time. I love it. I love it. And listen, bro, there's more people that are coming around. I saw, again, Van Jones on TV. He's a lefty, but he was complimenting President Trump's speech and his executive order that he signed yesterday for police reform. Because in 40 minutes, he did what Biden couldn't do for 40 years and Obama couldn't do in 8 years. He's already done prison reform. Now he's doing police reform. We need it. It's time. Even, it's too bad we got to have people take to the streets, but the data does not support the argument that's being put forward as a narrative by the media. The media is actually what's responsible for the trouble. You lie to black people and tell them they're targets. I would be fearful myself if they said it was white guys. Short, fat, bald white guys with accents. I'd be petrified because, it's kind of hard for me not to be in that category. If Big Al was here, he'd make sure I knew it too. What's up, Al? Anyways, what do you think of this COVID causing Walmart? That could be followed suit by many stores have self-checkout. Actually, I saw self-checkout in Lowe's the other day. I've never seen them in there. They've had them at Home Depot for a while, but I don't think Lowe's ever had them. Now Lowe's has a couple. Everybody could eventually switch that way, but you're going to put a lot of people out of work. It's going to change the economy in that way. You know what I'm saying? What does anybody think about it? Does anybody like checking themselves out? When I have a few things, I don't mind because it's quick, relatively speaking. I'm adept at, scanning a few items and checking them out and paying for it myself. But I resent the fact that now when I go to a store, I have to shop my own shit, check out my own stuff, and carry my own shit to the car and load my own stuff. It's almost like they're making too much dough because all they do is sit there as a warehouse full of goods for me to come and get and pay for. I don't know, that's just me. What do you guys think of that? Anybody down with no more cashiers? I like my cashiers when I go. When Laura and I go to Albertsons, so we like, in Costco, Winco, we like talking to our cashiers. We like it. Okay, Christy Hoy, yes, I knew that was coming, no human cashier. Yeah, I guess sooner or later that was kind of on the horizon, right? Before even, the virus and all that shit, just because it would save a corporation money. And ultimately, whether you like it or not, corporations are always going to seek profits for their shareholders as well as just becoming more efficient so they can pay the people who do continue to work there, whatever capacity, more money and better bennies and all that kind of stuff. It's somewhat good business. On the other hand, it's okay to, make sure people have jobs in your community too. That could be good business, Christy Hoy, I would rather scan myself. Wait a minute, you'd rather scan yourself or you would rather scan yourself? Because those are two different things here, baby. I'm not sure what you mean when you say you'd rather scan yourself. Janine Simono, how are you, baby? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. I guess when I come on now and I say hello, America, I get, it's not like I got millions of followers, but I do spread the gambit. I got, Massachusetts, Florida, Georgia, Kansas City, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Idaho, California. So I get around a little bit there. So I'm gonna say that's okay for me to say that. Michelle Earl, she likes her cashiers as well. Okay, see? Most people do like chatting with a cashier. And it makes their day go faster, and they're able to earn an honest living, and they help us. We get service, right? Love you too, baby. Thank you, Janine. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. That's what? Mama's home? Settle down, buddy. Take it easy. All right, we could talk a little bit about this. I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but, the Department of Justice today announcing that they might kind of, put the whammy on or basically remove protections for these social media platforms, i.e. Twitter and Google specifically. Google here in the last couple of days, it's a big scandalous story about NBC News and some British hate monitoring group. Who the fuck are they? I don't know who the fuck they are, whatever they consider to be hate. I'm not keen on the Brits as far as I'm concerned. Who are they? Anyways, an article was published, and the article wasn't even in question, even though they tried to make it that way. And they basically reported them to Google, reported them now. So NBC News is not a news organization, it's an activist organization now, okay? And then as a result of this, they were told, this website, that they were going to be demonetized and they couldn't run their ad. And it had nothing to do with the article itself. It was the comments section. So you got to understand that the comments that any of us put on Facebook or YouTube or Google, when they have comments that you can put on there, Twitter, those companies cannot be held responsible for what we say. We could be sued if we were committing some kind of libel or something like that, but they cannot be sued. They are protected by the government, by law. But now, because they want to start parsing who does what when they correct the president and they start telling him what he can and cannot say, that started it with the Twitter bullshit. Now Google's just stepping in. So now they're looking at maybe they don't get the tax breaks as they used to get. They're not going to be labeled a social media platform. They become a news organization. Now they really got to watch what they say, or they themselves can be sued, which means they'll have to censor what you say and what they allow you to put on. Did you understand the ramifications of this, right? Because that's essentially what it is. So this is, in a way, it's good news that they're going to put pressure on them to stop them from trying to censor people, because I'm dead against the whole censor. You're either a social media platform or you're not, okay? If you're not, it's fine, but don't hide behind, tax laws and get benefits when you're not. I don't want you censoring my shit. I don't even want you fucking fact-checking my shit. Joe Galvin's watching. How you doing, bro? Kara Harmon, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I don't want to be censored by any of these fools at all. You either let me speak or beat it. I'll go somewhere else. There's plenty of places, but more and more popping up, too. Thank God for that. Here's a little aside here. Let me read. Okay, so just to show you how bad the left is getting here, they're getting to be like the circular fire. Eventually, they eat their own, okay? This is what happens with these people. Once they're done getting rid of their enemies, they turn on each other because they need to kill more people and ruin more shit. So I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with Rolling Stone magazine. The editor's name is Matt Taibbi. He's definitely a lefty. There's no doubt about it. Rolling Stone in itself is a lefty rag, really, but good articles about rock and roll. It's a kind of an industry standard. Anyways, he wrote an op-ed because he's fed up. He's had it. I'm going to read a little bit of it here. Let me see what I got here. Let's see. Rolling Stone magazine is a liberal rag, and editor Matt Taibbi is unquestionably a liberal, and yet, by some miracle, Taibbi has seen the light and isn't afraid to point out what is so clearly obvious to conservatives. It feels liberating to say, after years of tiptoeing around the fact, but the American left has lost its mind. Yep. The ban culture is shit. I know, bro, the cancel culture. It's become a cowardly mob of upper-class social media addicts, Twitter Robespierres who move from discipline to discipline, torching reputations and jobs with breathtaking casualness. Now, that's kind of a fancy op-ed way of saying this guy was Robespierre. He was part of the French Revolution. He eventually got killed, got his head chopped off in a guillotine. But anyways, in other words, they think they're somebody special and somebody better, but they're just not. And he's tired of it. But here, this is my favorite. But let me just read this here. The leaders of this new movement are replacing traditional liberal beliefs about tolerance. Hey, Eddie. Hi, Misty. Thanks for tuning in. Free inquiry and even racial harmony with ideas so toxic and unattractive that they eschew debate, moving straight to shaming, threats, and intimidation. There you have it right there. That's it in a nutshell. That's what's going on right now. If it's like, okay, and this will lead me, this will lead me into the NFL and what's going on there with the kneeling and all that kind of shit, because that's changed now in such a way that before we were talking about the guys kneeling at the NFL as though if you were doing that, there's something wrong with you. And now they've kind of put the spin on this now so that if you don't go along with it, so if you don't agree with them, there's something wrong with you, okay? That's how it is right now. You see how they do that right there? Because they put them all in their back pocket. Everybody's caving into this shit. They're all being fearfully caved in. You know what? If we simply stop watching and paying, if you do enough damage, you'll be amazed at how fast that fucking policy will change. Even the athletes themselves. You know, I've heard people say, well, they're not protesting America. Really? Because even the Washington Post wrote an op-ed about this. What did they say? Let's see. When you kneel during the national anthem before, in front of the flag, okay, before the games, the flag represents those of us who have come together under equality and social justice. It represents our success as a nation. It doesn't represent our failure as a nation. So when you kneel, you're not protesting, say, racism or any particular bad part of America. You're protesting your country. This is why I can't watch it. Now, I'd even go, hi, babe, how you doing?
Okay.
Laura's home from work. My producer just walked in. This is why, even if they wanted to kneel before the game at some point, hey, Van Graves, good to see you. Don't necessarily have a problem with that. Sometimes guys get in the end zone, they all kneel as a group and pray, or everybody has a different warm-up. You know, they get together and jump around, get crazy, get psyched up, you know, whatever, before the game. But they don't do this during the national anthem. If you just shift that would be a signal from the players that they're not hating their own country. They're simply protesting racial injustice and inequality or police brutality or whatever it is, the flavor of the fucking day. You see what I'm saying? It kills me. Then I heard Goodell say he wanted Kaepernick to guide the NFL on such matters.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? This is a guy that wore pigs as cobs on his socks at a practice. He's doing a little more than protesting police brutality. He was preaching hatred towards police in general. This guy's a fucking idiot. Then I heard he went vegan. He's a soccer. They can't play in the NFL. He's a pussy. And he sucks. He lost his job to Blaine Gabbert. Stop, man. I know plenty about football. He is not that good, so I'm sorry. He's just a whining bitch. Just another whining fucking participation trophy punk. Yeah, I made it to the Super Bowl on the luck because he was on the right team. That's about as far as that goes right there. Oh, man, come on. Anyways, and now college football. Apparently there was a player and a coach. The coach came to practice and he had a shirt on with some news organization on it. Like, it wasn't Newsmax. It was something a bit more obscure, something more of a conservative sort of maybe right-wing bent, but whatever. We're free to watch whatever news we want in this country and get our information from wherever we want. And we're free to wear shirts that express our ideas, and they wear shirts with communist murderers on them. All fucking day long, these lefties, these idiots. Nobody gets arrested for this. This is not against the law. But yet this young black athlete, he came out, he said, I ain't going back. He was a running back. Apparently he's very good. Whatever. Coach is good too. He said, I'm leaving the team, and I ain't coming back until either he takes off that shirt or he's gone. So now you got teenage punks trying to tell people who to listen to, who they can watch, and what they can fucking wear. Really? You ready for this now? You gonna let the kids take over? Yeah. The inmates are running the fucking asylum. That's what's going on there. It's ridiculous. They ruined it for me. If they start kneeling during the beginning of the anthem, I won't watch college ball this year either. Sorry. I can do without football altogether. Wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. Shaylee, give him a time slot to protest, not during the anthem. There are bigger doors swinging. Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm okay. Like I said, if they wanted to do that after the anthem or before it or something, don't even care if it's televised. As long as it's not during the national anthem, the statement is different to me. And I think a lot of people feel this way. And just as I expressed it as they did right from the Washington Post op-ed, that's a left-wing fucking newspaper that published that, not me. Protesting the anthem or during is bullshit. It does not their cause any good. Yeah, I know, bro, I know. Doesn't help their cause. No, it doesn't help their cause. And I don't understand why they do it. I mean, I understand why they do it. I don't understand why they do it then. To me, it's like taking the focus off of what you're honoring, which is all the people who have served and died for freedom in this country to make it the best country that it can be, the country that it really is. You know, this is a great country. This is the best country on fucking planet Earth. I hate to clue you in. Let's see. Andrew and Don Williams are watching. How you guys doing? How's that vacation going down there in Florida? You guys are on the beach right now checking me out, huh? You don't want to see me on the beach. You'd think you were whale watching. Heather McBride Curtis, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. So, I mean, I hope that they kind of work that all out, you know, in the interim, because it's a shame. We really shouldn't let politics invade every single aspect of our lives. You don't have to tune into me. I don't force myself or my ideas upon people. You know, if they want to engage, I just go to the bar, have fun. But if people want to talk, I will. But I watch myself, because some people get irritated. I don't blame them. Listen, they're out to have a good time, want to relax. You know, there's a time and a place for some things, right? And then, you know, and this whole defunding the police thing, it's right now, the way it sits, I hope, you know, we'll talk about Trump's rally in a minute, but I hope he mentions during that rally, I know he's going to mention his executive order, but I hope he has a show of force there from the black community and from the voices of reason that speak up, that speak smart, to talk about how they are going to reform the police and bring them closer together with the communities, how we are going to address racial injustices in any ways that we can, so that we can all feel better about each other. But, you know, you can't govern on feelings all the time. There's work to be done. Decisions have to be made, and not everybody gets their way. That's just not how the world works. And if you want to do it the way you think you want to do it, like you're over there taking over a city because you think you got the force, well, that's called anarchy. Let me tell you how that works. The biggest, baddest, meanest, most ruthless motherfuckers, men, will kill, murder, steal, and beat, and oppress, and squash, and eradicate anybody that gets in their way to consume power and resources. That's how that works. Rape any girl they want. Kill any man that gets in their way. That's how that anarchy works. The chaos in the end still is quelled by certain groups who form, who accumulate power, and who conquer anybody that gets in their way and disagrees with them. So you better think real hard. And us individuals, you know, the only way for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. So don't do nothing, but don't burn down shit, loot and riot. It's stupid. Okay? All right, okay. Everybody having a good hump day? Anybody got any stories they want to tell? Good stuff you guys want to cover? Anybody going to be watching the NFL this year? Are they going to have NFL? I heard now that the NBA is, you know, hemming and hawing, and he got the fucking MLB, the baseball league, bitching and whining about pay and such when they get in the middle of the COVID crisis. Meanwhile, there's a lot of great venues around the country that are not going to open up again because of the money. There's even some talk, like in Chicago, I heard the mayor's just begging Walmart to reopen. And like they're saying, you know what, we got to assess the damage here. Because they're lighting shit on Target. They're not going to reopen. I mean, you can't blame them. They're tired. They didn't do anything but try to accommodate the people in that community for years. And what they got was lit on fire and looted. How are they supposed to react to that? I don't know what to say. Ronald Wright, thanks for tuning in. You're a little late, bro. I'm about to cash out in a few minutes. But how you doing? How's your hump day? What's going on down there, Drew? How's it going down there? Oh, I guess you weren't down there. That was your brother that's down there in Florida, right? Or are you down there too? I don't know. I know my sister, some family went down to beaches in Florida for the week. Got some pictures today and yesterday. Looks like they're having a blast. I'm glad somebody's having a good time, right? The beaches are open. That's a good sign. The beaches are open. I'll tell you, I got time for one more little story. Let's do this, because a lot of people don't know this. Maybe you don't care about, but the National Health Organization, okay, where we get all our COVID information, you know, the scientists who are unbiased, the ones we should listen to, because we should listen to science, right? 54 scientists with foreign ties have been discovered receiving money from foreign governments, mainly China. And they did not report this money to our government. So they're doing research in the name of China. How the fuck are they going to give us unbiased information? So, if you want to take their advice, just want you to know where it's coming from. China. Their advice is made in China. Ronald, sorry. I've been working and I'm good. It's a little slow here. Oh, that's okay, bro. You know, I might come down and have a beer with you. Driller Dave, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So, all right, look, before I go, let's talk a little bit about the Trump rally. Did anybody see Joe Biden today do a speech? Man, this is just it is so fucking sad what I saw today. I swear to God, this man looked like he was medicated, sounded it, looked it. He was so low-keyed. His speech was to the effect, Mr. President, why don't you get to work? There's still a lot left to do. I'm not exaggerating what I'm doing right now. There's still a lot left to do. Thank you. And then he walks off. And then when you look at, hey, David Jones, good to see you down there at Sam's. When he walked off, he's in an auditorium with all these big 6-foot circles with one person in each circle around, and you hear a few claps going on. I felt so bad. They have no business running this man for president. This man is ill. This man is not well. That speech should have been, Mr. President, when are you going to get to work? Because there's a lot left to do. The old Joe Biden would have been more like that. I'm telling you, he's not well. It was sad to watch. It was hard to watch, but it was also amusing to me because I know what's going to happen this weekend when there's a Trump rally, when almost a million people applied for 20,000 seats. They got to pack that fucking place and then some. I heard they might even have a second venue outside. Tens and tens of thousands of Trump supporters, back shoulder to shoulder, no masks, cheering for the president and the movement. And Biden's got people in giant 6-foot circles with masks on going like this. Don't be disheartened, people. Donald Trump's going to be the president of the United States again, I guarantee. I don't know how he's going to do a debate. He can't hardly form sentences. He was reading off of a teleprompter, but he wasn't doing a good job. It was fucking terrible. I feel bad for the guy. I really do. At some point, you know. All right, well, look, my time is up. I appreciate you guys taking some time on Hump Day to tune in to Inside the Box. And while you're inside the box, don't you forget to think outside the box, right? Hey, Ira Rutledge, great talk today, boss. And thanks, bro. I appreciate you. I will keep up the good work. I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. I like you guys for tuning in. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing it. And be good to each other, right? Because in life, we all make choices. We just got to live with them. I'll see you guys tomorrow.